On a recent weekend campout, we came prepared to film 4 new Pudgie pie iron recipes. Unfortunately, the campground we were in was extremely noisy and chaotic, so we weren't able to film the way we wanted to. But we still thought we would go ahead and share those recipes with you. Welcome to Adventures with Heckenback. So in this video, we'll show you those 4 recipes. We'll talk about what worked well and what could have worked better. For our tacos, we pre-cooked taco meat at home. So just ground beef, taco seasoning, a can of green chilies, and a little bit of salsa. And then tortillas, spray butter, sour cream, and whatever kind of cheese you want. These turned out really good. They were delicious, but this is the one change that we would make. I had gotten these bigger tortillas because I was worried that the small, little, tiny ones you can get wouldn't be big enough. But after doing it this way with the bigger ones, it occurred to us that we could sort of make crunch wraps in the Pudgie pie irons instead. So we could have used one to do something like this and had a lot less waste. So super simple, just put everything on the tortilla. We went ahead and put some sour cream on the inside. And again, I don't know why it didn't occur to us to just fold it up, but we went ahead and topped it with a second one. After removing the excess tortilla, we put them into the campfire. We usually keep the pie irons fairly horizontal, just resting them on logs, but we thought we would give this a try to see if maybe we could get a slower cook. So it's okay, but the problem is that any liquids in the pie iron then tend to run to the bottom.
Here's one thing, don't stand them on end.
Because it wants to run out.
Wants to run to the end.
This led to more sticking when we tried to get them out of the iron. And it gets your pie irons a lot dirtier. So horizontal is definitely better. We made a couple more with bread just so that we could compare the two. So you can see the difference here between the bread. Of course, it absorbs more, and the tortillas. We preferred the tortillas because they were kind of lighter and crispier. And I think if we had wrapped them, they would have been perfect. For our breakfast sandwiches, we pre-cooked both sausage and scrambled eggs at home. We just kind of lightly scrambled the eggs. So just on bread with whatever kind of cheese you want. These would be really good using tortillas instead of bread. So a little bit of a breakfast crunch wrap.
And this is how you have to cook the pie irons when you over campfire the night before for the amount of wood that you have.
Oh, that looks good. Oh yeah, that one's looking pretty good. Pre-cooking the sausage and egg and cooking them right on the camp stove made this a quick and simple breakfast with virtually no cleanup. Pretty good. When we make hamburgers at home, we mix a packet of ranch dressing into the ground beef. We were trying to keep things simple on this trip, and so we purchased pre-formed hamburger patties. They definitely weren't as flavorful as ours usually are at home, even with the seasonings I'm adding. So that is one of the changes we would make. We would go ahead and make our own patties. Another reason to just make your own patties is because these pre-formed ones were actually too much ground beef. They ended up being too thick. A little bit thinner patties would work better. We also discovered that a softer cheese works better. So we're putting buffalo Havarti in Tim's and sharp cheddar in mine. Tim's definitely melted better inside the hamburgers. We think some sort of an herbed cream cheese could be really good in these also. Grease will leak out of the pie irons as you're cooking, so just be aware of that and watch for flare-ups. The burgers sort of steam or even kind of boil in their own juices in the pie iron, so the burgers do end up really juicy. But if you like more of a char on your burgers, you could throw them on the grill for a few minutes.
Looks like the buffalo's kind of creamier, juicier, I guess, and the cheddar's more, no, that's pretty good. That's pretty good.
This is the recipe I was most excited about. So we're going to make stuffed French toast with cinnamon swirl bread. So we did have a snafu. I forgot to bring the eggs. So our plan was to dip one side of the bread in the egg mixture and then to put that face down into the Pudgie pie irons. Since I forgot the eggs, we just rolled with it and used the bread just by itself. We chose to use strawberry cream cheese in ours, but of course you could use any kind of cream cheese.
More, you think?
You know you're putting that on the same one, right?
Nope. Oops.
I don't think that's going to work.
Yeah.
Then to make it a little bit extra, we decided to add some bacon. So we had this pre-cooked bacon, which was good, but I think if I had diced some bacon and like pre-cooked that at home, that would have been even better. We added a little bit more cream cheese and then closed them up. We cooked these on the camp stove as well.
For the money shot. There we go.
That looks pretty.
Before leaving home, I had sliced up some strawberries and sprinkled them with just a little bit of sugar. We had these little individual containers of caramel that we were trying to use up, but this would be great with a caramel sauce out of a jar, chocolate sauce, maple syrup, and of course whipped cream. If you wanted to keep it handheld instead of plated like this, we could have put the caramel inside or drizzled a little bit of syrup inside. It was so delicious. Perfect last meal in camp before heading home. So that's it. 4 pie iron recipes for a whole weekend of camping. Leave us a comment and let us know what you think of these recipes. Do you have any favorite pie iron recipes of your own?